Good day, everyone. Once again, this is Professor Roger Flores of Central Mindanao University. Today, we are going to continue our discussion with our subject, Engineering Operations Management, uh, for the masteral students of the College of Engineering. Okay, today we are going to discuss Chapter 4. Okay, so this is entitled Total Quality Management. Okay, so we have this total quality management in which this is very important in any organization, in industry or producing company, especially the quality of our output that we are going to deliver to our clients or our consumers, no? So this is very important to, of course, to maintain the integrity and the pace of our company when it comes to supply and marketing. Okay, to start with, we have this the definition of what is total quality management, or we have this TQM. No? Total quality management, accordingly, describes a management approach to long-term success. No? Long-term success through customer satisfaction. Okay, so we always consider the satisfaction of the need of our customers. Okay, so when it comes to quality, when it comes to output, okay, so that is why that is very important that we should have to have a feedback from our customers. Okay, so that we will know if they are still satisfied with the quality of our output or our product. Okay, all members of an organization participates in improving the process, okay, the product, and the services or culture in which they work. Okay, so this all our personnels, our human resources should have to participate to have a quality management quality output. Okay. So, in other words, it is not just the contribution of the management, the top level management, but of course also to everybody who are involved in the production of the output. So, that includes the processes, no? The flow of the processing flow, no, of the production. Then we have the products, the product itself, no? And then the services of all these human resources and its culture in which they work of these human resources. Ano po ba yung mga kultura natin? So, ano po ba yung mga outlook natin when it comes to production? So, siguro we should have to always consider na dapat based on our culture that we should have to always follow what is specified. Okay, so kailangan natin na we have to set standards to follow. Okay, so that we'll be able to have a quality output of our product. Okay, so total quality management also can be summarized as a management system for a customer-focused organization. So it's very clear here, it should be customer-focused organization. Okay, that involves all employees in continual improvement. Okay, so there is what we call as continual. So it is a series of improvement, development, or innovations to comply the need of our customers. Okay, it uses strategy, data, and effective communications to integrate the quality discipline into the culture and the activities of the organization. Okay, so in our previous chapters, like chapter 2, we talk about strategy, operation strategy, and the data also, no? So when it comes to data, this is maybe a historical data or data informations or information taken from the previous operations, okay, or production. Then effective communications. Okay, otherwise if we don't understand each other, then it's very hard to produce products which especially those products that need very precise output, no? So mahirap tayo makapag-produce if hindi yun effective yung mga communication process natin. This is to integrate the quality discipline. Okay. So many of these concepts are present in modern quality management systems. Okay. So the successor to TQM. Okay. So customer focused, no? Customers focus. That is the first primary elements of TQM. So take note that we have suggested here 8 primary elements of TQM. And the first element is the customer focused. So in other words, okay, of course, we should have to consider first the need of the customer so that we will be able to provide them what they need, okay, or what are necessary for their day-to-day living. Okay, the customer ultimately determines the level of quality. So mayroon po tayong tinatawag na specifications. So kung ano po yung mga specifications ng nabigay sa atin ng mga customers, we should have to follow it strictly or precisely. So no matter what an organization does to foster quality improvement, training employees, integrating quality into the design process, or upgrading computers or software, the customer determines whether the efforts were worthwhile. So it's very clear, no? So kahit ano pa yung ginagawa natin, pero hindi yan nagsatisfy ng need ng ating mga customers. So mayroon tayong problema when it comes to the production of our, of course, our output, no? So we should have to consider our customer. Kaya nga, number one here is, as number one element of the total quality management is customer focused. Okay, number two, total employee involvement. Ayun na nga po, as I've said kanina, so the production of a quality output is not just an effort of the management, but of course, everybody, the human resource concerned in the production of the product is very important. All employees participate in working toward common goals. Okay, so common goals, common objectives, which is to produce this kind of product with a quality output. So total employee commitment can only be obtained after fear has been driven from the workplace. Okay, when empowerment has occurred, no? So and when management was provided the proper environment. So employee are or will have or having a big part in the production with this quality output. High performance work systems integrate continuous improvement efforts with normal business operations. Okay, so meron po tayong tinatawag na high performance, high quality performance. Okay, how energetic, how what we call this one, determined in producing our output, no? So what we call the work systems. Okay, so to integrate continuous improvement of our product. Okay, so we have also this process centered. This is number 3 elements of TQM, process centered. So a fundamental part of TQM is a focus on process thinking. So dapat we should have to focus on the processes, no? So we should have to be always meron po tayong tinatawag na precautionary thinking to achieve our desired output, no? A process is a series of steps that take inputs from suppliers, okay, so and transform them into outputs that are delivered to customers. Okay, so mayroon po tayong tinatawag na inputs from suppliers. So this is an internal or external. So our input is either external or our input is either internal. So what are the internal input of the system. So, of course, our machines, our human resources, these are the internal inputs. Okay. And the external, of course, the raw materials or the design or the ideas, the information which are taken from or from the supplier. So that is external inputs, no? So when it comes to outputs that are delivered to customers, so it is either also internal or externals. So the product is our internal outputs, okay, and the delivery, the need of the customers, the information from the customers, the feedback from the customers, yun po ang tinatawag natin na mga external outputs. Okay, the steps required to carry out the process are defined and performance measures are continuously monitored in order to detect unexpected variations. Okay, so that is very clear. Hindi lang po tayo hanggang delivery, hanggang sa production, but we should have to monitor what are the effects or what are the what you call this one, the what are the feedback of customers or from the end users, so that we will be able to, okay, so we have be able to check, to what you call this one, to correct whatever variations observed from our customers. So baka mayroong mga problema. So siguro kung walang problema sa production, baka nakaproblema tayo sa transportations. Okay, baka mayroon tayong mga sira, no? So we have to monitor. Otherwise, like for example, ngayon mayroon na tayong mga online orders, no? Online buying of our need. So anong gagawin natin? So pagdating being the consumer, so we have to check pag mayroon problema yung binili natin. Kaya nga pag mayroon, so yung supplier walang magagawa yan. So they have to accept the return item, no, returned item. So that is why being the supplier or the producer, so we should have to check always the strength or whatever problem, whatever feedback from the customers kung anong nangyari sa produkto natin. So monitor. So that is very important, no? Continuously monitored in order to detect the unexpected variations. Okay. Number 4, elements of total quality management is the integrated system. So alam natin yung the whole process, it might have several subsystems, no? So yun pong mga tinatawag natin na mga departments, mga sections. Okay, a team of operators, a team of designers, a team of engineers, a team of management team. So we have to integrate all this into one system. Okay. So although an organization may consist of many different functional specialties, okay, often organized into vertically structured departments. So when we say vertically structured, it means to say that the responsibility, the accountability, okay, the authority are just level, no? So pares-parehas lang yan kasi pag yun po yung tinatawag natin na horizontal. So kailangan natin ng coordination when it comes to communication. Pero pag tinatawag natin na vertical structured, yun po from taas hanggang sa operational level. Okay? So from the executive top management level, middle management level, kagaya ng mga department heads, okay? Yung sa middle management, then going to the lower management level, to the supervisors and the rest of this foreman and the rest, no? So we have this what we call as an organized specialization. Okay, from tinatawag natin vertically structured departments. It is the horizontal process interconnecting these functions that are the focus of the TQM. Yun po, yung horizontal, yung we have the same level. So pag the same level ang management natin or ang authority natin, dapat mayroon tayong tinatawag na coordination. Okay, so hindi ibig sabihin na yung people in the other department is still under our authority. No, because we are in the horizontal level ng management level. Okay, so we have this micro processes add up to larger process, and all processes aggregated into the business process required for defining and implementing strategy. Okay, so mula doon sa small group, okay, microprocessing, microprocess, okay, gagawin natin ng larger processes. Okay, so hanggang up to the top level management. So hanggang marketing. So hanggang delivery of our goods and services. Okay, so number 4, we have this integrated system, no? So everyone must understand the vision, mission, and guiding principles. So I think I mentioned this one in the previous chapter, that for those who are concerned in the production of our goods or output, see to it that all the people that involved in the production must understand the vision, the mission, and the guiding principle, or the rest of these procedures, okay, the rest of these guidelines, no, that they should understand all these things, and they are convinced that this process, okay, what they are doing will solve or will gain or will results to a good or quality output. Okay. So, we have mayroon po tayong tinatawag na quality policies, objectives, and critical processes of the organization. Okay. So, actually, mayroon po tayong sa mga organisasyon natin ngayon, mayroon po tayong tinatawag na quality assurance. Ito po yung mga tao na tuloy-tuloy yung evaluation nila sa lahat na ginagawa natin sa organization, so that they may be able to determine that we did not deviate. Okay, we did not deviate from the objectives and any other mission, vision of the organization or the target of the organization. Okay, so business performance must be monitored and communicated continuously. Okay, kung gusto tayong palaging quality yung output natin, then you must have to always monitor our output. An integrated business system must be modeled after the Baldrige Award criteria and or incorporate the ISO 9000 standards. So we have this international standards. Okay, so most of our company this time are compliant of this ISO. Okay, so international standard organization. Okay, so this is an internal or external evaluators to check whether or not our company is still doing or following our standards. Of course, these standards are based on our own standard. So, hindi ibig sabihin na they have to give us this standard. No? So, sa ISO, tayo ang gagawa ng standard natin. So, then, during implementation or during production of our output, whatever output that we have, or product that we have, then they should have to check whether we are still in the right way or the right track of producing our product. So, every organization has a unique work culture. Okay po, yun ang tinatawag natin na kanina na we have our own, no? So, unique work culture, and it is virtually impossible to achieve excellence in its products and services unless a good quality culture has been fostered. Okay. So, kasi klase po yung standard natin, yung trabaho natin. So, we should be the one to make these standards, agree our standards, and then this TQM will try to evaluate. Okay? So, we'll try to evaluate if we are still following our standards. or achieving are we in the right track to achieve our standard? Okay, thus, an integrated system connects business improvement elements in an attempt to continually improve and exceed the expectations of the customers, employees, and other stakeholders. So, we have these standards, we have these set standards. Okay, then let us try to evaluate, let us try to continually monitor. Okay, so if we are still on the right track to achieve our standard, or as much as possible exceed the expectations of the customers. Halimbawa, yung production lang natin, no? Our target for every year, we have this number of output. Okay, so if we can produce more than that number, then that exceeded the expectation of our customers, our employees, and other stakeholders of our company. Okay, so that is the purpose, okay, of having this integrated system and to comply the total quality management. Okay, so integrated system is one of the primary elements of the QM. Next, we have number 5. We have this strategic and systematic approach. So this time, we are now going to focus our attention in the processes, in the production of our output, or in the production of our services. Okay, so a critical part of the management of quality is the strategic and systematic approach. Dapat pag sabihin natin systematic, dapat nakahiliran na yun ang mga procedures. Okay? Dapat we follow these procedures of the approach on how to achieve our target or the production of our organization's output, okay, or product. So, ito po yung tinatawag natin strategic and systematic. Okay, so yun po, we discussed in our previous chapter about strategy. So, strategic procedure. So, technical is very important here. Okay, so based on to achieve our vision, mission, goals, and objectives of our organization. Okay, this process called strategic planning or strategic management includes the formulation of a strategic plan. Okay, that integrates quality as a core component. Okay, so kailan ba mangyayari yung strategic planning? Of course, prior to the implementation, prior to the production. So we should have to finalize our design first. Okay, so finalize our design. Okay, then have the strategy on how to achieve or how to comply the design, how to produce the real design. Okay, so we should have to have this what we call as strategic planning. Okay, so number 6, we have this continual improvement. Okay, so we finalize our design. We have okay, so we have this continual improvement. We have our product. We have the systematic approach. We have those guidelines, so on and so forth. Then we should have to have this continual process of improvement. Okay, so improve. Okay, develop or try to produce yung mga bagong mga design o mga model na ating mga produkto. So, or when it comes to quality management, sana mayroon na din tayong mga bagong requirement to standards. We will not be what to call this one? Hindi po tayo magiging kampante sa mga design natin, sa mga quality management natin or requirements or standards, but we should have to improve this one. Okay, so para magiging of course maganda at saka compliant to the needs of our clients natin at saka mga customers natin. Okay, so continual improvement drives an organization to be both analytical and creative in finding ways to become more competitive and more effective at meeting stakeholder expectations. Okay, so klaro po yan, no? So, both analytical and creative. Okay, so may papasok diyan yung mga abstract, yung mga magagandang ideas, yung mga golden ideas. Okay, so suggestions, designs. Okay, so dapat analytical yon. Dapat we have to weigh. Okay, okay, so we have sa ating local na layman's term, tinimbang yan. So we have to decide analytically, okay, kung saan doon yung ipa-follow natin to improve the product or the output of our organization. So number 7, we have the fact-based decision making. So let's ayun na po again, no? Decision making is very important again here. Sabi ko nga po, yung decision making is the heart of the management strategy or management styles, no? So decision facts based. So hindi kailangan na yun with our own opinion. Okay? Hindi pwede yung sabi ni ano lang, sabi ni ano. So kailangan we have all these ideas documented or maybe results of a proper design or research. Okay, so mayroon tayong mga fact, no? Yung mga basis na mga decision making natin. Okay. So TQM requires that an organization continually collect and analyze data. Okay, so to always, no, we have this continuous collection of data. Okay, so during operation, okay, mayroon tayong mga data prior to the operation or during operation or uh, after, no? Okay, so siguro kailangan natin ng mga feedback from the end user or from the client. So kailangan natin 'yan. So we have to collect all this data, analyze so that we'll be able to improve. Okay? So do this decision making, improve, okay, accurate improvement or accurate decision making. Of course, we cannot deny that sometimes our decision making might be erroneous. No, that is normal because we are just a human being. But according to them, a good managers, executive officers, uh, immediately correct if they found out that there is an error of this decision making. Okay, so huwag mo nang do not throw the erroneous decision to others. So it will be part of the management that sometimes we will commit errors. Okay, so whatever decision that we made, if it is good, the output is good, then it will be credited to us. But if it is not helpful or the decision is erroneous, then that is part of management. We should have to accept the consequence for that erroneous decision. But of course, we should have to correct it immediately. Okay, so wag mo na isisi. Ayun, wag mo na isisi sa iba. Okay, so achieve consensus and allow prediction based on past history. Okay, so that is very clear, no? So achieve consensus from your operators, from the direct officers, the in charge of the production, kung ano po nangyari doon, bakit we have this kind of products or output. Okay, so that is a continual or continuous collection and analysis of the data. So as I've said a while ago, the data here is from pre-operations or during operations or even after the post-production or post-operations. Number 8, the last one is communication. So, na-mention po natin kanina na communication system is very much important in the of the total quality management. Okay, so communication here refers to the process of sending, or even it will start from the creation of the idea. Okay, production of the idea. So then convert that to communication form itself. Then the process of sending it, the channel of sending that communication, and also to the receiver end. No, how the receiver perceive the communication pag magkamali yan. So hindi niya naintindihan yung sinasabi natin. So the worst thing will happen is that uh, we will not attend the prescribed, the desired output of our product. Okay, so during times of organizational change as well as part of day-to-day operation, effective communications plays a large part in maintaining morale and in motivating employees at all levels. Okay, so we have several types of communication. Okay, marami na pong sa management system natin. So marami tayong iba-iba yung purpose ng communication. So we have this information to give sympathy. Okay, to halimbawa yung communication natin is mayroon tayong mga kasama na of course experience very emotional life experience. So mayroong nangyari sa pamilya nila. So we should have to know that this communication will help them partly to what their emotion, the emotional feeling that they have. No, so effective communication plays a large part in maintaining morale and motivating employees to all levels of management. Okay, so communication involves strategies, methods, and timeliness. Okay, so communications strategy, method. Okay, so that is very important. How you're going to tell, how you're going to communicate so that the people in charge of the production will understand the procedure, okay, in the production of our output. Okay, so and then timeliness, of course, the production here will involves the period from as we mentioned, no, as we mentioned in previous chapters, from the order or the request of the clients or the customers up to the delivery. So timeliness is very important. So how you are going to what to call this one? How you are going to convince our employees that we should have be conscious with the time from the request or order to the delivery of the product. Okay, so cost of quality. So ibig sabihin na mayroon din po palang cost. Kailangan po natin ng financial mga finances, no? When it comes to quality, of course. Okay. So pag hindi siguro pag cheaper yung produkto natin, baka mayroon tayong ginagawa na hindi quality yung output natin. Okay? So of course quality of course will be or cost is relevant to quality. Okay, all areas of the production systems. Okay, all areas of the production system will incur cost as part of their TQM program. Okay, for example, the marketing department, it will incur the cost of the consumer research in trying to establish customers' needs. Okay, so wala pa tayo sa production, wala pa tayong ibinibinta. Okay, pero mayroon na tayong gasto. Okay, to determine the need of the consumer. So mayroon po tayong tinatawag na research. Okay, so mayroon po tayong tinatawag na mga market studies to marketing studies and research. Okay. Then quality costs are categorized. Okay, ito po categorized as either the cost of achieving good quality. Okay. So the cost of quality assurance. Okay. So we need to expense money so that we'll be able to maintain the good quality of our product. So yun po ang tinatawag natin cost of quality assurance. Then, we have also the cost of poor quality products. Of course, kahit poor yung quality ng produkto natin, we have still to consume or expense amount for the production of that poor quality products. Okay, the cost of not conforming to the specifications. Okay, gaano ba kalaki yung nagasto natin sa transportation? At the end, binalik sa atin. Okay? So that is the cost. Okay, gaano ba kalaki yung nagasto natin sa sweldo, sa salary ng mga empleyado natin. At the end, hindi pala maganda yung quality ng products natin. Okay, ayun, ito po yung tinatawag natin na cost of poor quality products. Okay, cost of achieving good quality. Okay, ito po, let us discuss this one by one. No? Achieving good quality. So, the cost of maintaining an effective quality management program can be categorized into two. The prevention cost. So, from the word itself, hindi pa nangyayari. Okay, hindi pa nangyayari, hindi pa tayo nakapag-produce. Mayroon na tayong mga prevention cost na dapat we have to pay, we have to expense so that hindi po mangyayari itong mga unexpected na mga undesirable output, no? So, kailangan natin ng mga preventive maintenance ng mga machines natin. Okay, ayun, ito po ang tinatawag natin na prevention cost. Of course, the appraisal cost, yun po sa mga monitoring, sa mga evaluations, kung ano nangyari sa production, sa market, sa delivery, or even at the end or the end user's side or at the end of our system. Okay, so ito po sinasabi natin kanina, prevention. Cost reflects the quality philosophy of doing it right the first time. Okay, so at the first time, mayroon po tayong tinatawag na prevention cost. Okay, so some example of this prevention cost, we have the cost of designing products with quality control characteristics. Okay, so alam po natin na yung sa mga organization, mga planta natin or industry, mayroon po tayong quality control. So ano po yung mga guidelines nila, ano po yung mga standards nila. So yun po, doon po tayo naka-base ang ating mga pag-design nating mga produkto. Kaya nga kailangan natin to have to expense more when it comes to quality control. Then also the cost of designing process which conform to quality specifications and the cost of the implementation of staff, training and programs. So it is expected that all the people concerned in the production should have to pass the training programs, especially pagbaguhan pa yung mga operators natin. So, yun po yung mga example ng prevention cost. Next is we have this appraisal cost. Okay, appraisal cost are the costs associated with controlling quality through the use of measuring and testing products and process to ensure that quality specifications are conformed to. So, ibig sabihin, yun na po, mayroon po tayong tinatawag na quality control. So, this quality control, from time to time, make the appraisal, evaluation, monitor our product so that we will be able to control its quality. Okay, so based on the measuring and testing materials or procedures or instruments, no? So that will be ensured sa mga produkto natin, sa quality na produkto natin. Okay, example ng appraisal cost. Ito po, cost of testing and inspecting products. So, kailangan natin ng testing machine or kung wala tayo, so pupunta tayo doon sa mga accredited testing machines. Then, we'll try to test. Then, we should have to expense money about this so that we will be able to test, of course, the performance and the quality of our product. Okay, the cost of maintaining testing equipment. Okay, pag yun nga po, pag mayroon tayong multi-testing machine, So, pwede ko makapabili tayo. So, you have to maintain this testing machine. Kailangan na medyo palagi itong ma-calibrate or calibrated, no, based on the standard, okay, ng mga testing equipment natin. So, ito po kailangan natin. The time spent in gathering data for testing. Okay. So, baka kailangan natin ng mga days, number of days every day. Then, mayroon po tayong tinatawag na operational expenses. So, kahit doon lang tayo sa pagtitesting ng produkto natin, so we have to expend or spend money. Okay, or expend money for this. Time is spent this adjusting equipment to maintain quality. So, halimbawa, pag nakita natin sa testing natin na medyo hindi natin na-attain yung standard, so we should have to adjust. We should have to have some corrections. Okay, so another expenses na naman. Okay, cost of poor quality. Okay, this can be seen as the difference between what it actually costs to provide a good or service, and number two, what it would cost if there was no poor quality or failures. Okay, so magkano yung nagasto natin pag walang if good yung quality natin, if it is not poor, or compared to magkano yung nagasto natin kasi hindi maganda yung services natin, yung output natin, So, these are the cost of this, what we call as poor quality. Okay, so this could be our basis. Okay, this can account for 70 to 90% of total quality cost can categorized. Okay, sa quality cost, sa internal failure cost and external failure cost. Okay, so what it is understood that the contributory factor for not attaining the good quality or resulting to poor quality of our product is either internal or external failures, no? So siguro the internal failure here cost occur before the good is delivered to the customer. So of course, internal pa kasi. So ano bang nangyari yung mga produkto dito pa sa within our scope or within our responsibility within the organization. Okay, so example for this is scrap cost of poor quality parts that must be discarded during production. Okay, so even after production, pag mayroon tayong nakita na hindi maganda, after the evaluation of the quality control, so how much is the cost of that product na ini-scrap lang natin? Okay, so the rework cost of fixing defective products. Okay, yung mga repair ng mga produkto natin, yung mga defective. Okay, so the worst thing there is that baka hindi na talaga magagamit yon. So that is cost. Okay, internal pa yon, no? Failure cost. So downtime cost of machine time lost due to fixing equipment or replacing defective products. So downtime cost ng mga machine. Okay, sa pag-fix ng defective output or to replace the defective products. So baka mag-reproduce tayo. Okay, magpo-produce tayo ulit to replace this defective product. How much it costs. So ito po yung some of the example of internal failure cost. Sa external failure cost that occur after the customer has received the product. Okay, pag natanggap na nila yung produkto, di-deliver natin, baka mayroong mga sira, okay, mga broken parts ng produkto natin, so we should have to replace it, no? So those are some external cost, failure cost, primarily relate to customer service. Okay, so hindi sila nasisiyahan, they are not satisfied with our services, so then we have to do it again. So yun po, external failure cost diyan po. So example, the cost of responding to customers' complaints. Okay, pag mag-reply tayo, it means of course it is expected cost na naman ulit. Okay, cost of handling and replacing poor quality products. Handling means delivery. Okay, So the bringing this product to the clients or the customers, then if they found out that there is some defects, then ibalik sa atin yan. So how much is we spend in the handling in replacing all these poor quality products. The litigation cost resulting from the product liability. Okay, pag umabot na tayo sa korte, umabot tayo sa korte dahil hindi satisfied yung mga customers natin. Of course, during the hearing, during the court hearings, the litigation period, so we have to expend money, no? We have to expend money, of course, to appear in the court, especially if we have some liabilities. Okay, so the lost sales incurred because of the customer goodwill affecting future business. Yun nga po, sana maganda yung relationship natin ng mga customers, mga clients natin. Ang nangyayari, hindi sila nasyahan. So, umalis sila. Okay, hindi na natin sila mga customers. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, we lost that amount, that supposedly the potential returns of our product. Okay, so let's proceed to quality system. Yun nga po, na-mention ko po kanina, yung mga ISO 9000. So, the standard, internationally standard organization. Okay, when it comes to product and services, that is ISO 9000. This provides a standard quality standard between suppliers and customers that helps to reduce the complexity of managing a number of different quality standards which when a customer has many suppliers. So, yung mga customers natin, yung business lang ng mga pagbibili nila ng mga materials is yung ISO standard. Pag mayroon tatak dyan na ISO standard, then ibig sabihin that is the international standard. So ibig sabihin that we are compliant. So yung mga ibang mga stakeholders natin, so ang business lang ng nila, hinahanap nila yung ISO standards. Okay, so this ISO is a series of standards for quality management and assurance. Kaya nga tuloy-tuloy yung evaluation ng ISO. Hindi lang isang basis, pero tuloy-tuloy yan to be assured that be assured of the quality of our product. Okay, so mayroon po tayong 5 major subsequent ng ISO. Okay, unang-una yung ISO 9000 provides guidelines for the use of the following 4 standards in a series. Yung ISO 9001 applies when the supplier is responsible for the development, design, product installation, and servicing of the product. Okay, ibig sabihin, if our company is in charge or responsible of the design, if they do designing, okay, the design itself, the production of that design, or the installation and servicing of that product, then we should have to comply ISO 9001. For 9002, this applies when the supplier is responsible for the production and installation only. Okay, ibig sabihin, if our company is engage only the production and installation only, then we should be compliant on ISO 9002. For 9003 or 9003 applies to final inspection and testing of the products. If our organization will engage only in the final inspection, evaluator, okay, that is just our job and responsibility, testing of the product, then we should be compliant of ISO 9003. Okay, so if 9004 provides guidelines for managers of organization to help them to develop their quality systems. So, ibig sabihin, pang top management na ito. Okay, pang top management na, pang management level na. And then, if you're going to evaluate the management procedures of the organization or guidelines of the organization, then we should be compliant of 9004, ISO 9004. It gives suggestions to help organizations meet the requirements of the previous 4 standards. Okay, so I hope that that's very clear, no? These are the different international standards, depende po sa mga services or ino-offer ng company natin sa ating mga clients at saka sa ating mga consumers. Okay. The standard is generally or general enough to apply to almost any good or services, but it is the specific organization or facility that is registered or certified to the standard. Okay, so hindi ibig sabihin na as a whole company. Okay, the standard, the quality system will be based on the subsystem or the sub-department or group or small specific organization or facility in the organization. Okay, so kasi po, yun po, iba-iba kasi yung responsibility natin. Kahit we are in the same organization, but iba-iba yung responsibility natin, yung produkto natin, yung output natin, yung mga services natin. So we should have to evaluate, we should have to be accredited, ISO accredited based on our services or output na binigay natin sa ating mga clients at saka sa ating mga customers. Okay, to achieve certification, a facility must document its procedures for every element in the standard. So I hope that is clear. These procedures are then audited by a third party periodically. Okay, so mayroon po tayong ISO third party group or team to evaluate. Kaya nga sa organisasyon natin mayroon po tayong internal at saka external evaluators. Okay, so gagawin po muna doon yung evaluation sa mga internal evaluators. Siguro a team from the quality assurance of our organization. Then pagkatapos, if medyo qualified na tayo sa mga requirements sa standard, so ayun, siguro we have to avail the third-party services or third-party team services so that we will be able to be, so that we will be evaluated if we are really internationally standard compliant. Okay. So the system thus ensures that the organization is following a documented, no, and thus consistent procedure which makes errors easier to find and correct. So documented. Kaya nga, papel-papel yun po ang gagawin natin. Hindi lang po verbal, hindi lang po imaginary, but it should be done in terms of the documentations and all other document needed, consistent to the procedures and to the standards that we set based on the different sub-evaluation of this system of ISO. Okay, however, the system does not improve quality in itself and has been criticized for incurring cost in maintaining documentation, not providing guidance in quality improvement techniques such as statistical process control. Kaya nga sa next mga chapters natin, mayroon po tayong tinatawag na statistical process control. I think that is next chapter, no? So we have this process control, statistical, okay, basis or statistically computed or determined, okay? So pag-evaluate ng mga performance natin in producing our product. Okay. So what are the benefits and advantages of TQM? So to strengthen competitive position, of course, if we are the top producing, okay, the top what we call this one in the market, so that we will be able to maintain competitively our position, then of course, we should be compliant to that standard. Then, adaptability to changing or emerging market conditions and to environmental and other government regulations. Okay, so adaptability kung anong nagbago-bago doon sa mga guidelines ng mga external guidelines and authorities, no? Especially sa government and environmental aspects, no? So through this total quality management, we are adaptable or we can adapt easily these new guidelines and emerging market conditions. Okay, higher productivity. Okay, so because total quality management is equitable to productivity. Okay, pag maganda yung quality natin, of course, higher din po yung productivity natin. Enhance market image, of course, totoo yan. When it comes to market competitions, pag ISO compliant tayo, siguro mas lamang tayo sa hindi ISO compliant na company. So, elimination of defects and waste. Okay, because from time to time, we have to evaluate our product. Okay, the quality. So, siguro, when doing this one, then we will be able to eliminate defects, more defects and more waste when it comes to time, money, and even resources. No? So, reduce cost and better cost management. So, yun po. Reduced our repair cost and other delayed cost of delay and whatsoever. So, cost, we will be able to correct that one. So, higher profitability. So, it will end to a good output, good performance, good marketing. So, it will result to higher profit of our company and our business. Increased job security. Okay, so improve employee morale. Okay, that is very important. It will result to motivation of our employee to do things, to perform these things because maganda yung product natin sa market. Okay, improve customer focus and satisfaction and increase customer loyalty and retention. Of course, pag suki na natin yan, hindi na yan aalis kasi they are satisfied with our output and our product. Okay, enhance shareholder and stakeholders value. So, yung mga kapitalista natin, baka yung organisasyon natin ay mayroong mga shareholders. Okay, so baka pag maganda yung performance natin, the market or yung product natin, so siguro it will engage more and they will add their capital in our organization or in our company. So, it will affect also. No, those are some of the benefits and advantages. Another one, improve and innovative processes. Okay, because we will do research, we will always evaluate the feedback of our clients, customers, our end users. So, mayroon tayong mga research and development. So, we will be able to have this innovative procedure. Okay, so may improve natin yan. Okay, so that ends our discussion with regards to this TQM, the total quality management. If we can produce good product, then it will result to a good performance and it will result to a profitable company and organization. Okay, so thank you very much. So thank you for listening. If you think that you learned many things in our discussion today talking about total quality management, please subscribe my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe this YouTube channel. Thank you. God bless to everyone.